Hi, I'm Beth and this is Jill, and we're here to talk you through and demonstrate Camel, which is pose of the month for May. So Jill's starting out in this awesome, like really elongated, just knee stand here. So her knees are under her hips and her hips are under her shoulders. Her chin is level with the floor and her spine is nice and long with just her natural curve. Now for Camel, I'm going to have Jill start with her fists at her back. And that's just to kind of identify where the energy for this pose kind of originates and where the bend originates. So now she can take her hands and flatten them out, and she's going to press her hands into her back and press her back into her hands as she just starts to slowly tip back. Now notice here how long she is from her hips to her chest. I do want Jill to show you what it looks like if you see how she just completely lost, like that whole thing just deflated. That feels awful in your back. So go back to this, which is this nice lifted version of this posture. Now this is Camel right here. You don't have to get crazy fancy with this to get the benefits of this back bending pose. She's going to come up. Now she's going to take a counterbalance or a counter posture, which is puppy dog. Puppy dog is tabletop with your forearms down, and then she's just letting her body just kind of ooze right into its natural stretch here for her back, whatever feels good. She's going to come back up. We're going to do Camel again. So this time she's going to tuck her toes because there are levels of intensity here. When she tucks her toes, puts her hands back at the small of her back and creates that really lifted, again, not collapsed, but a lifted arch. Now her option here is to bring her hands back to her heels, a little bit more intense. Now she's pressing forward as if each of you have your own personal assistant who's right here pressing into your hips. She's pressing into my hands, creating more of a lift. She's keeping her neck neutral. Good, come on up. Beautiful. Now the next version of this is to have her feet flat, tops of the feet flat. This is going to create even more, a more intense back bend. So she's going to, again, take her time, start, stay lifted, not collapse. Collapse again for us, Jill. Yeah, okay, so stay lifted. So pressing forward, she can now reach for her heels, press into my hands. Beautiful. She can let her head drop back if it's there, but you do not have to go here. She comes back up, she breathes, lifting from kneecaps to collarbones. Nice. And come on up. And back to puppy dog. Slow movement through this whole range of motion is really smart yoga. And that's Camel, pose of the month for May.